Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris, and I've got 1 day's facial hair growth. I don't even think it's been a day yet, but I'm so excited. It's pretty hot today. Desperate to use Glacial Wintergreen by Stirling soaps. I just found out yesterday, I wasn't even really aware, but all Stirling soaps are tallow based, so if you don't want to use or can't use or don't like to use tallow, then unfortunately Stirling's out. So that's a bit of a shame for you guys out there that prefer vegan or vegetal soaps. But for me, I absolutely love this stuff. I just love Stirling. This one comes a sort of pinky colour, and it is in your face menthol. With that wintergreen, it's just superb. I cannot wait to use this. Using my, what other brush at the moment? Purple Haze Wolf Whiskers. Iliad handle. I think it's a 55mm loft, might be slightly shorter than that, I'm not sure. I can't remember what Peter set it at, if I'm honest, but just a beautiful, beautiful brush. So let's get that dipped in the water. Flick out the excess, and then straight on top of this beautifully wintergreen scented Pucker's soap. So it's Friday here. I'm just taking the kids up with my dad to ice skating at Coburn, at the ice arena in Coburn. First time I've been to the new rink, and it's superb. So if you're ever in Western Australia or you live here and you're one of the subscribers to the channel and you haven't actually been to the ice rink yet and you fancy going, it's definitely an ice rink worth going to, because it's one of the best set up rinks that I've ever been to all over the world. Played ice hockey in Canada and America, and obviously in the UK as well, in Scotland, and it's one of the best rinks I've been to. So I was very, very impressed with it today. Right, now straight away I can see that this is quite gloopy, which high menthol soaps go, but wait till you see this stuff. It's just, the lather's amazing. Stirling. I can't wait to get it on my face and actually get it lathered up. Right, I've got far too much load in the brush, if there is such a thing. Scent strength out the tub is probably up around about an 8. It's getting up to 9 already, and I haven't really done anything yet. So wet the face, then we'll paint this on, and then I'll add some water, and that's cold already. So this is the Glacial formulation. For those of you guys out there that haven't used Stirling or don't really know what it's all about, they have unmentholated, they then have menthol, and then they have the Glacial range. And the Glacial range is basically menthol that kicks you in the balls and sort of burns your eyes out. So I can feel the menthol already, big time. I can feel it in my eyes, it's unblocking my nose, which is nice. So that's it painted on. So all I do now is just dip the tips and just sort of paint it a little bit, just to loosen the brush up, the fibres in the brush a little bit. Then we can get a bit of splaying going. I can tell you right now, this is one of the coldest soaps I've ever used. I haven't even really started yet. Dip the tips again. Jesus, just needing a lot of water. I've loaded this brush far too much again. This is absolutely freezing my face off. Whew. Yeah, that's cold. It's not actually warm enough here for this. And it's warm today. It needs a lot of water. Yeah, note to self, you do not need that much load. Jesus, that's taken a lot of water, that soap, and it could take more. But that's a lovely consistency I'm at now. Just going to rinse some of the soap off the handle because I've got it everywhere there. Oh, this is just amazing. I will tell you one thing. If you struggle with mentholated soap, or even tastes good, if you struggle with mentholated soaps, do not buy this because it is freezing cold. Like, coldest soap I've used, I think it's up there with Arctic. I will find out on the second pass or the second lather. Look at the shine on that. It's never as thick when you've got this much menthol. It's almost impossible, I think, to get a thick creamy lather, but this is the closest you're ever going to get. Look at that brush. It's so packed. Got the Murgress again, setting 3 starting off. I've got a second use Perma Sharp blade in there. Let's see how we go. Well, it's the usual performance, second to none. This is getting my eyes now. I don't normally get, it doesn't normally affect my eyes, menthol, so that's giving you a bit of an indication of what the menthol content is like in this soap. It's absolutely superb. And the scent, I love Wintergreen. It really, to me it's a gourmand sort of scent where I want to eat it, but it also brings back amazing memories of when I was younger in the changing rooms at my soccer matches, football matches and ice hockey changing rooms, and just that sort of sports liniment scent. Now, Frozen Tundra from Stirling is probably geared more towards that sports liniment scent to me. This is just pure Wintergreen, but Wintergreen is the scent that reminds me of. Oh, yeah, I can tell you right now, this is free. I mean, my eyes are watering like mad here. It's not uncomfortable. It's a very pleasing sensation. I'm trying to find the words for it, but yeah, it's not uncomfortable, but it's the first soap other than the Arctic that has actually hit me in the eyes quite, it's quite in your face. I'm just going to empty this water out, add a little bit of fresher, colder water in, and then I'm going to really feel the freeze. Here we go. Whew. Holy shit. Yeah, that is freezing cold. Like, I can't even describe how cold. This is going to need some more water, I think. Yeah, this is the stuff, this. Oh yeah. I think we might have found one of my favourite soaps. Scent, strength, performance, menthol. Oh yeah, the menthol. It's freezing. And this is why, like I say, I was a bit disappointed with K-Shave Works Snow Dog. I'll be perfectly honest, I prefer K-Shave Works labelling. I prefer the look of the tubs. I think it's just a little bit more exciting than Stirling, but Stirling has got a very good brand that when you see the colours, you know it's Stirling. The great thing with Stirling is, and it's probably great for Rod and Mandy, is you're not messing about with labels and pictures and all that. You can sort of just change the words on your labels, a little bit of colour around the outside, and it'll make life a little bit easier. This is the coldest soap I've ever used. It feels like my face is like I've stuck my face to an ice cube. Big huge ice cube, that's exactly what it feels like. I'm going to take this down to setting 2 now for across the grain. Yeah, Coldest soap, colder than Arctic. I've got no doubt in my mind. I think the difference being I didn't have the best of shaves with Arctic. I can't remember why. I think I used a razor or a blade or something. I couldn't really feel it that well. I ended up with a bit of irritation. So I'm just very lightly touching this today. More so that I've only got 1 day's growth as well. Jesus, this is cold. I've actually got it where it's sat on my nose here. My nose is freezing. Scent strength's definitely up at a 9. Easily up at a 9. And it's one thing I love about Stirling is you don't get weak scented soaps. Well, I haven't so far. Probably the weakest scent I've added with the orange chill. And even then, that's still got plenty of kick in it. There's no Stirling soaps that I've used less than a 5 in scent strength. Yeah, freezing. Absolutely freezing. And the thing with it is, it might put people off, but there's no respite. It's like, it's freezing with the water, it's freezing with the soap, it's freezing when there's nothing on your face. It's just freezing all the time. But this lather is absolutely superb. Oh yeah. I mean, I've got to say, out of all the soaps I've used, there's only 2 soaps in my opinion so far. Well, possibly 3 that come close to tallow-based formulas, and that's Shave of Heaven, Wickham, and K-Shave Works. And then you've got your Aussie Artisan as well. You've got Wolfpack, which is superb. Sorry, Peter, I can't remember if it's. I think yours is vegan-based as well, vegetal-based. So that would also fall into the list in my opinion because it's just tremendous performing soaps. Oh yeah, this is absolutely superb. Freezing, like, I can't describe how cold my face is right now. The thing is, I know there's other guys out there like me that love this. So if you're looking for the coldest soap on the planet at the moment, this is up there. It is there with the best for coldness. But then you add the performance. Oh, your slickness, your protection, latherability, loading, it beats hands down a lot of soaps out there. And at this stage, it beats Barrister Man Arctic for me, but I only had a sample of Barrister Man, and as most of you guys out there will know, you cannot get the full experience, in my opinion, without having the full tub in your hand. Now the Glacial Spearmint, which I unboxed yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I believe I actually purchased that for Ken Lee, so I'm going to be sending that back over to him, but because he loves mint scents, he's told me to use it and give a review on it, so I'm going to use it before I send it back. I'll probably just take a scoop out of the tub. I don't want to mess it up with a brush, even though he says that's okay. Oh. And I've got a funny feeling that the spearmint's going to be as cold as this, because it's that same oomph of scent. It's another minty scent, which goes phenomenal with menthol. I'm just going to lather up again, just for the sake of it. I've actually got a little weeper down here. The problem I find with these mentholated soaps when it's this strong is, without a word of a lie, sometimes you just can't feel your face, and you can sometimes just give it a bit too much oomph with the razor. Yeah, this is just tremendous, tremendous. Right, let's knock it down to setting 1, just for the little touch-ups around the lips. Okay, this is hands down colder than Glacial Lemon Glacial Lemon Chin? Jesus. Glacial Lemon Chill, Barrister Man Arctique, PIA Frostbite, Snakebite by Fine Accoutrements. Hands down, easily colder than all of them. And right now I'm going on memory and I just know that this is colder. The razor head itself feels like I'm dragging an ice cube across my face. Not dragging, but it's gliding beautifully, but it feels like an ice cube. It's that cold. Superb, absolutely superb. Eyes are watering like mad here. I think it's my favourite salt. For everything, for the lather, for the scent strength, the menthol content, the face feel, the enjoyment from it, the eye watering. It's just an experience to be had. And even if you're not big on menthol, it's still something I think you should just try, just to get that experience of what it's like to shave your face with an ice pole. It's hard to get out the brush. I'm just trying to clean the brush out a little bit just for the end of video shots, you know. Fuck, I can talk some shit. I've left that water on my face. My face is freezing. I mean, this isn't the first year that he's released Glacial Wintergreen. It was released last year as well, and I don't know how many years before that as well. It's a tallow based formula. Every single Stirling soap I've used, there's been no smell of tallow, no horrible scents or anything from what we've been seeing previously. And I only found out about that through watching Chris at ilather.com. Right, that's the brush done. I'm just going to dry my face now because it's Baltic. Now Abe, I know you're going to be upset, mate, but I am not using witch hazel today, because I am using witch hazel today, but it's going to be inside this bottle. Glacial Wintergreen, witch hazel and aloe. This smells almost as good as the soap, but you've got that little bit of witch hazel scent. Give it a good shake. It's a 200ml bottle, there's loads in here. It's just got that witch hazel scent, but the wintergreen's so strong in it as well, so... Oh wow. It's bright pink. I don't know whether you guys can see that in the cat yet. You can just see it in bright pink. Let's get that on the hands. Holy shit balls. I tell you what, there is some burn with that. Holy shit. It's like burning but freezing at the same time. Yeah, that's the ultimate burn that I've ever had, I think. That is super burny. Just going to wipe the bottle off because I've got some of that wintergreen all the way down the side of the bottle. Holy shit. Woo. Got a little weeper there. That's intense, I tell you. Witch hazel and aloe. I was expecting that to be really mild and not really do anything, but... Holy shit. Oh. Right, so what we used, quite easy really. Glacial Wintergreen by Stirling Soaps. I need a breeze in here now. It's like heat. It's a different sort of Glacial Wintergreen. Comes in a tub, I think it's 5.8 ounces from Stirling, is it? Yeah, 5. Sorry guys, just did my usual and ran out of storage on my phone. I tell you what, the menthol in this is freaking unreal. It is, I don't know whether you can see how watery my eyes are, but they are absolutely melting away here. Got a little weeper here, it's just not going away. Post-shave fuel feels fantastic. Once you get over that, and I'm talking intense burn, once you get over that burn, it feels amazing. The scent's great. Shave feels great. My eyes, I feel like I'm crying here. I'm overwhelmed. I am overcome with emulsion. So that was the soap. The razor was the Mergress Perma-Sharp second use. Absolutely beautiful. Getting a warming, cooling effect. This is lovely. I've lost my chain of thought there. Mergress second use Perma-Sharp blade. Superb. Very, very smooth blades. Very sharp blades. I will be looking to buy some of them eventually, but since I've got this whole 100 Kais now, I'm over the moon. And thanks again Ken for sending them over. In fact, thanks Ken for sending all this over, other than the razor, for actually posting it out to me. Thank you very much. The brush was a Wolf Whiskers 25mm Black Wolf knot, fan knot. Just beautiful, beautiful brush. I mean, there is not a blemish on this brush. There's no striations around it, no marks, no scratches, no nothing. It's just perfectly smooth, perfectly made, just beautiful. And at the end of the day, it's one of a kind. There'll never be another one of these, and I'm really thankful to Peter Bull for that as well. Worth every penny, in my opinion, and in my opinion, probably too cheap for the work he does and the amount of work he does. And yeah, I just find these brushes superb, and I would pay way over for that from him direct, not as a second sort of purchase from someone else, which I have done before. But I would pay way more than what he charges. And other than that, guys, that's it. It was a pretty simple shave today, but a very effective, very well enjoyed shave. I wish they all went like that. And menthol, if you want menthol, you have got to buy both of these products, because they're just, the scent is phenomenal from Wintergreen anyway, but the menthol would knock you out. It will knock you out. It doesn't matter whether you've used Arctic. My face is ice cold right now. I can't explain it. It's ice cold. After I went over that burn and went through all that, it feels amazing. Beautiful post-shave feel. Very smooth shave actually, a really nice shave. My worry with menthol is that I'm always going to overshave with it, but on this occasion I haven't. I've just really enjoyed it, and it feels great. Just over the moon, absolutely over the moon. Anyway guys, thanks very much for tuning in. I'm over 20 minutes now I think, but it was worth it. I'd do 30 minutes with that. I can't wait to use it on my head. I really can't. I might use it on my head today, depending how the growth goes. I might leave it. I've still got my fingers a little bit crossed that my package will come today with my new razor, and then I can save my head shave for tomorrow, because it is quite an efficient razor and I want to make sure I'm reasonably protected with hair as well. So other than that, I'll leave you guys to it. Enjoy your weekend. I know it's Friday, early morning in the UK, and it's still early morning in America as well. So enjoy the rest of your Friday, get through your work day safely, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you guys over the weekend. If you haven't subscribed, click down here. Stay safe. Catch you later. Cheers.